Aloha guys, Molly here from the big island of Hawaii. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm here with my referral partner, Michael, who's on the east side. And today we're going to be focusing on market updates that are happening on the other side of the island, on the east side. Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's been a
Yeah.
while since we've had a chance to see each other live stream, so thank you.
Yeah, we took a little break, but I thank you so much for watching, you guys. We're gonna get right in it. If you guys are wanting or wondering what's currently happening on the east side, Michael, he's a top expert on that side, and so we're gonna be going over updates in Fern Acres. If you guys are interested in that location, feel free to drop any of your comments in the comment section down below. But Michael, what can you share with the audience as far as how is the market behaving on the east side of the island, but in particular Fern Acres?
Well, we are seeing still low inventory just in general, and I think that's experienced not just here on the mainland too. Not a lot of inventory. So, what does that lead to us? It's not a lot of decrease in price. Some maybe, but not a lot. What I'm seeing right now in Fern Acres from the association, what I see online, there are very few homes for sale in the neighborhood. I
Right.
checked this morning. We have three homes for sale.
Wow.
And I think of that, maybe one or two are under contract. Uh, a little bit more with land right at this moment. There's, I think, 24 land lots for sale with a median sales price of about $50,000. So half below, half above. So if you're looking for 2-acre parcel, uh, reasonably priced, in a neighborhood that has a good community association, paved roads, a little higher elevation, so it might be cooler. That might be the place to look.
Right.
Yeah.
That is great insight, Michael, because I think that it kind of puts this market into perspective as to how the activity is currently at the moment. And if people are, looking for property on that side on Zillow or Realtor.com, and they're like, wait, what's going on? Like, why am I not seeing more? It's
Mm-hmm.
because just inventory has just decreased on
It
that
does.
particular neighborhood right now.
It
Yeah.
does. And things do pop up, um, but pricing isn't big drops like people might be thinking that they
Right.
would see given this market. And I think some of the data that we have that supports just for the Puna district alone would show that I think like the median sales price from this time last year or this time this year to this time last year is not significant.
Right.
I think that we may have a chart that if we want to toss up at some point, we can look at it, but the data is showing something to the effect for residential median sales price was 350, now it's 340. And
Right.
that's not a big significant drop. I know some people are thinking, oh, we're just going to wait till the market just drops and people are going to, I hate to say these words, but give their home away. I don't think
Right.
anybody wants to give their home away. The data supports that information. So you can see that on there. What we're seeing is the number of sales significantly decreased. So current year to date, just in the Puna district alone was 248 sales as
Hmm.
opposed to 394 for previous year to date. That's pretty significant. But that being said, there's just not a lot of inventory. And when it does come online, uh, again, pricing, I'm still seeing prices reflective of a market that we had not as much as it was 6 months ago, where prices were going up and up and up steadily.
Right.
I think that's cooled off a little bit. More normalized would be the word that I would use for what our market that we would see here on the east side.
Right.
So pricing is reflective of that, you know, prior to 6 months ago.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's all supply and demand, right, Michael? It's all
Mhm.
supply and demand, and I do believe that. I mean, on this side of the island, on the west side, people are still, scoring some properties that where the seller is able to like provide some sort of discount, but we're not seeing those like insane major drops um, at the
No, and
moment.
I'm
Yeah.
not seeing a lot where folks are doing the incentives. There might
Right.
be some that are out there if the home's been on the market for, a little while. I think there were some that were kind of caught up where the market was going up so fast and all of a sudden it was like somebody turned off the faucet
Right.
and nobody knew what to do. But that's adjusting now. And so what I am seeing, more open houses.
There's a lot of more open houses. That is so true.
Yeah.
That is
And
so,
so
so
for
true. You.
for us on this side, open houses, we didn't have a lot. I know over Kona side is pretty popular. You just get people coming off the cruise ships that it's
Right.
easy for them to get around. Here, you've got to drive a little bit more. As we've talked
Right.
before, in the district, you can put 400 miles on your car in a day, easy driving around.
Easy. Wow.
So, but to see more open houses,
Right.
that tells you, like, which I think is great. And it's great for our viewers that are out there. If they're planning a trip here, that's a great opportunity to go out and just get a feel for what's on the market, what are the neighborhoods like without, having to schedule or show proof of funds and do all these things. If you're not quite ready, that's a great opportunity. And like I said, I see more and more open houses each day and each weekend. So
Right. Right. I mean, and I mean, if you're shopping and you want to see the inventory, that is the best way. We love open houses because then you don't have to formally do an appointment with the agent. You just cruise over, see the property fits. But yeah,
mhm,
they're coming back strong on this side, Michael, as well.
mhm.
So let me go ahead and showcase the other graph that we have here, Michael. Let's
Yeah.
see if it shows here. Do you see it?
I
Over.
don't right at the moment. We had, this is for residential. And then I had another one that was for
So this one is
land.
for residential, and then there was another one for vacant, right? So let
Yeah,
me
for
let me go
vacant
ahead and
land.
revisit this one. Let me see preview vacant here. There we go. So this is for vacant land, Michael.
I don't, can you
You don't
refresh your,
see it? Oh, yes.
there we
There you
go.
go.
There we go. So here's another, thing that I'm seeing. Same look at the sales. Year to date last year, 616. Year to date this year, 348.
That's
We're down
crazy.
by half. That's but look at the price. Price has it's actually gone up just a little bit. It was 35,000 median, sales price. Now we're median sales price 35.5. Um,
Right. Right.
every Most people got their tax bills recently, so I look at what's happening in each of the neighborhoods, and that's the median sales price was probably a little bit low. But what I'm seeing, the lower, let's say the more affordable priced land lots are selling. And I don't
Right.
know, I think that just, at this point, people may not want to part with their money particularly. So giving up $35,000 is a little bit easier than say 50 or $75,000,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I've experienced this recently where I've had buyers come in, they've wanted to offer, but there's multiple offers on a $30,000 lot. Well, I mean, it makes sense that that would be
Right.
happening right now.
Right.
Um, but what I'm seeing is, there's still plenty of really good properties, reasonably priced. And again, if we talk about Fern Acres, 24 land lots with a median sales price of $50,000. So half of those above 50, half below. I'm seeing things in around the $40,000 range. And that's for a 2-acre parcel. I think that's a really good deal.
Oh, Michael, we have a question here from a Facebook user. Let's see. They're asking, how big are the lots?
The lots in Fern Acres they're 2 acres, and the frontage is 100 feet by whatever 871 feet, something like that. So it's one neighborhood where the street frontage is a little bit more narrow, where some may have 125 or 135-foot frontage. And it, if you're going to build a house on that lot, you just might want to consider where, if there's a house adjacent to you, where you would want to put your property. So just something to consider.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I thank you so much for answering that, Michael. Well, I mean, there you have it, guys. Now we're moving on to updates that are currently happening in Fern Acres. Exciting updates. As
Yeah.
you very much know, Michael lives on that side. He's very well versed with community and what's currently happening
Mhm.
there. Michael, do you have anything exciting to share on what's happening in
Yeah.
Fern Acres?
So the association itself has some long range and some short range plans that they're working on. And short range plans just have to do with, we had a pretty harsh winter and we had a lot of rain. So the rain took its toll on some of the roads. And so short range, they're actively out there right now repairing some of the just the potholes and things like that,
Right.
which is good. They do, that's their goal, to maintain the roads. But one of the nice things that I read on the website, their long range plan is to, their goal is to then pave all the roads in the neighborhood. And right now, the main roads going in are paved, but the
Mm,
crossroads are not
they're
paved.
not. Right.
So their goal is they're working to get some bids for those, and their work to get those paved, which I think will be helpful for people that do need to traverse throughout the neighborhood, right?
Right. That's going to be so exciting, Michael. I
It would be.
mean,
It would be
to have
helpful
paved
for
roads on that
folks.
side is going to be really fun.
Yeah. It easily, for access and stuff like that, I think it will be great. But one of the exciting things I've read in that they're looking to acquire some additional property so that they can do a community park.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
think that's exciting. You know, uh, a lot of the neighborhoods do have a park with a playground for the kids, or maybe a ballpark, something like that, or even a
Right.
community center that people can go to. Maybe they can rent out for events, things like that.
Right.
So, how long of a range is that? I don't really know.
Right.
Maybe it's a 3 to 5 year plan, but I think it's great for the neighborhood, and will just uh, really boost the morale for the folks that live there.
Right. Yeah, no, that place for sure needs a park. I really hope
Mhm.
it happens for the community.
Yes.
But you guys have
Yes.
to keep that in mind that all this is self-funded, right? I mean, they're
Yes.
not asking from the county, they're just taking that project on themselves,
Yeah,
right?
they are. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And they may be doing some special things. If they're a 501(c)(3), they might be able to secure donations, things like that, so people can get
Right.
a tax write-off. But it's just, I think it's a great opportunity for the neighborhood. And I believe Fern Acres is one neighborhood when it was developed that did not set aside land, whereas
Right.
where I live in Imaloa, there's certain parcels, and there are like three of them throughout the neighborhood, and I think there maybe it's like 8 acres, something like that. And those were set aside. It could have been, a church could have gone there, or a convenience store, or a playground, something like that. That's what they
Right.
were set aside for. So Fern Acres did not have that.
Mm.
So they're looking to add that into the neighborhood. I think it'll be a nice perk
That's
for
going to be
them.
so exciting. So
Yeah.
hopefully, new roads and a community park now
Yeah.
can be in the conversations once you start conversing with people about Fern Acres. I mean,
Yes.
hopefully it happens. But
Hmm.
I thank you so much for sharing, Mike. Now, you guys, we're going to be sharing some stats and some listings, some exciting listings here in a minute. If you are watching us live, feel free to drop us a comment, say hi, aloha. We love to hear you guys. But let me multitasking here. Let's see. Okay, so let's go Finder. Let's go Safari. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and get the listings that we're sharing for this live stream. 1 minute.
Yeah. And I'll preface, some of these listings are, everything's like, I think, under $200,000. There might be one that's a little bit more, but uh, just looking at from the perspective of someone who's wanting to move here, um, without having to spend a lot of
Yep.
money, or maybe then have a parcel of land that they could then build their home on, but would have a place to stay in while they're doing that.
Right. Let's see.
Or even, buy this property and then, look at buying another parcel somewhere, building your forever home, but keeping your, this other little structure just for guests or a little getaway, something like
Right.
that.
So, Michael, right now we're looking at Royal Hawaiian Estates. It's
Yes,
a
yeah.
yeah.
And I had to go outside Fern Acres. Like I said, there was only like 3 properties that were
Right.
listed there. But if you're interested in knowing what those are, let us know. I'd be happy to send you what the inventory is in the neighborhood itself.
Yes.
But
Oh my gosh. What a
a simple
cute
little basic
space.
place, simple, easy to maintain. But for some folks, they say that they just want to get here, maybe have a place that they come to every 6 months or something like that.
Right. And if
Again,
you're
get
at a point where you have enough, like if you don't want to go through the building process, right? This is
right.
perfect because a
Exactly.
plot of land will be in the 30, 40,000, 50,000. This
Right.
one it's 167,000. There's already a
Hmm.
structure on the lot on the lot. But the land here is not as huge, right, as others, 20,000 square feet of land. But it's a structure, right? It'll get you here.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really cute. Okay, so then we're moving on to the next one. 1 minute. Is that a cabin? It says, please send me information. Once we finish this live stream, we're gonna be sending you an email your way. Or how about hold on, where are you? Okay, so yeah, if you stay online, feel free to send us a direct message, and we'll be more than happy to send you more details. So we're moving on here onto this other MLS. Okay. Ooh.
This one's open this weekend. We just talked about open houses. Ironically, this one's open this weekend. This was
Right.
for sale before. It's like this big geodesic dome. It's really quite interesting. Um, and it's not the first one that I've seen. I saw another one just pop up the other day. So it must have been purchased from, a kit.
Right.
But, this, I guess, could be considered glamping in some way.
It is glamping for sure. Yeah.
But it's this really great little structure retreat. You're just nestled there in the woods. I think this one's in Fern Forest Vacation Estate, so 3-acre parcel. I know.
Very, very interesting setup here. It
Yeah,
looks like out of space, kind of
it does.
like the
It does.
inside, right?
It does. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, very cute. This is a really cool find, Michael. $69,000, you guys. going going once. So this is in Royal Hawaiian Estates.
Oh, okay. That one is okay. So it is a
Yeah,
smaller lot, but it's on a flag lot, so you have some tucked back there from the main street.
right. I would love to hear from anybody in the audience if you will live here. Like what will you do if you were here? Like what will your day look like? I mean, it's like you just wake up and then you're kind of like it's like the outside inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Very very cool listing, Michael. Sometimes, we don't see those often, right?
Right.
That's a really cool listing. Let
Hmm.
me get onto the
Well,
other
yeah.
one here.
While you're pulling that up, I'll mention that one thing for Fern Acres that I did see on their website, they just talked, and we've talked before about if you purchase a property, get to know your neighbors kind of thing, because they're going to be your friends if you're not going to be there full time. Well, Fern Acres really has it clear on their website that they say if you're going to be, um, not there all the time, to let them know. They want to
Right.
be informed so that they can alert other folks. And in the event something does happen, or somebody goes onto the property, they know how to get a hold of you. And
Right.
so that says a lot for the association that they're extending, that little bit of open
The
arm.
invitation. Hmm.
Mhm.
Michael, I have pulled up this one that you sent over, and Volcano, same subdivision, Royal Hawaiian Estates. And they also have an open house on this one today. But
Yes.
it ended at 1. But just to go to your point of, there's way more open houses. That glamping one that you guys saw was also had an open house
Yeah,
today,
exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
so this one 229,000, 10,000 square feet of land. Let's check it out.
I think this is just super cute.
This
They
is so
give you the
cute.
aerial view so you can see the land. Um, is it, high end finishes? No,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Right.
it's a great little structure. I think it's just, I could see, just spending time there. It's,
Right. It looks pretty cozy.
yes, that's the word that I was thinking of. Cozy. You're
Oh,
exactly right.
seriously?
Yeah,
We like
I feel like
connected.
that. I feel like, it's cozy and you're a little higher elevation.
Right.
So, you know, uh,
Yeah,
and
like
I,
you want to drink your coffee here and just kind of like admire where you're at. And,
right.
you didn't get, I mean, it's 229,000, for that. I mean, to be here and just enjoy Hawaii, that's a great price point.
Mm.
Um, yeah, very, very cool space. So we're moving on. Yeah, love the cozy. Deborah. Oh, Deborah, hi. I'm going to add you to the live stream. Aloha. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, and I love the cozy. We love it too. We love, love, love cozy. So we're going to go on to our next one, and this is our last one. Let's see. Oops. All right, there you go. Michael, the roosters. You have rooster background noise, which is the
We do.
coolest. Guys, this is like we're live from paradise. Those are the sounds of paradise for everybody
Yeah,
watching.
exactly.
So yeah, okay. So this one is in Ohio States,
Yeah.
360 360,000. This one just was released.
Yes, it is. This one has two main house and then, like a little shed. And I just thought this this is cozy and I'll say adorable. And
Yes, yes. This one, wow! Look at the inside. That is so
nice
cute.
sloped ceilings, the wood at the ceiling is it's just a nice little attention to detail. Nice clean kitchen, plenty of workspace, some cabinets, so you've got plenty of storage.
Wow. Yeah, this is a cool space.
And
I mean,
that's
if
the
you
way
can
it
up the
acts.
budget a little bit more, right?
Yes.
If you
Well,
can stretch it
yeah,
out a little bit more.
exactly. But it does come with that little additional structure in the back, which is great for guests or home
Right.
office or whatever you wanted it to be. It's just some
Right.
opportunities there and that's a request that we do get from folks. I know, Mally, a lot that you refer over to me. They would like an ohana and they want a space for their guests.
Right. Oh, this is such a cool property. I love how they did the entrance here. Pretty cool.
Hmm.
I mean, it was very well thought after here.
Yeah,
Let's see, 24,000 square feet of land. Very nice.
yeah, that's
What do you guys think? Would you get something like that? Will you get something smaller? What will you do here?
it's it's a higher elevation, so you're going to have a little bit cooler nights and things like that, which I think is nice. It's just a nice break from the the heat that we might get. Although I don't think our temperatures are that hot, but it can get a little warm.
Right.
So
No, these were a great. Michael, thank you so much for sharing these with the audience because they're amazing finds. I'm so curious. Okay, so it is a square lot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so for folks, I know folks come in and they may have something in mind of just a neighborhood or what they're looking for. And
Right.
there are times when we might just have to sit down and go, okay, you know, that might exist. It just might not exist in the exact location that you were thinking. So
Right.
let's go look.
Now,
let.
Michael, Deborah says, absolutely love it and the land. So she loves it
Oh,
and she loves
wonderful,
the
Deborah.
land.
That's so good to hear.
Deborah, thank
Yeah.
you so much for adding to the conversation. Yeah, no, this is amazing. And I thank you so much for sharing, Michael. Well, you guys, if there's any questions in regards to anything that we shared today, you guys know exactly where to reach us at. But I mean, for now, you guys have a lot of information. If you are just coming onto this live stream, you can replay it and go back to the very beginning so that you can understand a little bit more about what's currently happening with the market in Fern Acres. Well, in on the east side, right? But particularly in
Mhm.
Fern Acres, to where Michael was sharing earlier, to where inventory is not there yet. But it pays to be working with somebody because then, Michael is foot on the ground. You're very well informed about what may come up in the future. So getting signed on to the Hawaii MLS, right? That's number one. If you're very, very interested and if you're wanting to make the move, recommendation is to, get together with us, sign up on Hawaii MLS, start receiving those searches, and then share with us what your goals are so that you know exactly we know exactly what you want and need, and then we take you to the finish line because that's what we do.
Yes, exactly.
Well, guys, I thank you so much for being in this live stream. We're seeing all your likes and hearts, and I thank you so much for those. Michael, do you want to have any words of wisdom with the audience that is watching?
Well, one thing that you did talk about a little bit at the beginning, we were just talking about like, what's happening with buyer activity right now. And I'm actually seeing an uptick. Um, some being referrals that you've passed on are planning their trips. I think this next week there are two different couples that are going to be out here, one for the second time to continue to look and do some touring around, maybe look at some houses, and the other that's coming for the first time looking for land. And so we've
Right.
we've been out there. They've provided me with a list of properties that they like, but that's, to me, is a good sign that we're starting to see a little bit of an uptick. And I'm hearing that from other agents. I'm hearing that from our own brokerage, that they're feeling like
Things are
we will
starting to
start.
come back.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So that's great. And I say, plan your trips. If you know that you're going to be making a trip out here, reach out, you know, let Mally and I know. We'd love to meet you, give you lay of the land, let you, get out there and just go drive around, find that neighborhood that feels like home, and then let's narrow the search.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and also if you were to contact us, we know exactly where to take you, which location is, 'cause, we do our wire consultations all the time. And then we kind of hear about, what will be the search parameters and maybe more enticing for the family. And so we kind of tailor it to your needs. But,
Mhm.
we are very much looking forward to meeting you. Well, thank you so much for being here. And if there's any questions, you know where to reach us at.
Yes.
Well, Michael, thank you so much. And so we're going to sign off. We're going to
Yep.
sign off. Bye bye, guys. Aloha.
Yes. Aloha.